Kia ora. I want to tell you a bit about the Presbyterian Schools Network in New Zealand, its history, its connection with the Presbyterian Church of Aotearoa, New Zealand, and what it means to be a Presbyterian school. There are 12 schools in the network, 6 independent or private schools and 6 state integrated. All but 1 have boarding facilities alongside day pupils. 7 are girls' schools, the remainder are boys' schools or co-ed. Around 10,000 students in New Zealand attend a Presbyterian-affiliated school. Rangiruru Girls' School in Christchurch was established in the late 1800s and purchased by Presbyterian Church members in 1946. Hastings Lindisfarne College, St Kentigern College and Boys' School in Auckland, along with Wellington St Oran's College, were all founded in the post-World War II years. St Kentigern Girls' School opened in 2010. A number of mission schools for Māori, along with a Māori boys' farm school, Te Whaiti Nui Atoi, and Turakina Māori Girls' College, were established by the Presbyterian Church in the 19th and 20th centuries. Turakina, sadly, was closed in 2015, and while some of the other schools are still operating, they are no longer under the auspices of the Presbyterian Church. We're at Queen Margaret College, my old school. It was founded as a Presbyterian girls' school in 1919, but its history with the Presbyterian Schools Network goes back even further. Like many of the older Presbyterian colleges, Queen Margaret's building started life as a large private home. But in 1916 it was transformed into Scots College, though within a couple of years Scots had shifted to its current site in Strathmore. Scots and Queen Margaret are 2 of 8 schools in the network, established in the 5-year period between 1914 and 1919. This was a time of great challenge for New Zealand. World War I and the influenza pandemic were raging. So why were Presbyterians putting so much time, energy and resources into starting up schools? The answer is a complex one. Politics were a key driver. In 1914, the Bible in Schools Bill that aimed to amend the 1877 Education Act to include Bible knowledge as a compulsory core subject in the curriculum failed to pass. The actions of the people who founded the Presbyterian schools has been described as a political protest, a refusal to buy into the separation of religion from the rest of young people's education. It was an insistence that to develop a whole person, schools needed to be committed to intellectual, physical, social and spiritual education. This is an idea that's very consistent with a Māori view of health, sometimes described using the model Te Whare Tapa Whā. This translates as the 4 cornerstones or sides. It sees physical health, taha tinana, spiritual health, taha wairua, family health, taha whānau, and mental health, taha hinenaro, as all part of the whole of the well-being of a person and a community. Our school's founders talked about promoting a well-rounded education, an important part of which was providing instruction in the Christian faith, education with a Presbyterian ethos. But what's distinctive about that flavour? And what does it mean when we talk about being a Presbyterian school? And what makes it different from many of the state schools in the surrounding community? At its best, a Presbyterian church school will have a Christian ethos at its heart, and it will give life to that ethos every day. It will reflect in multiple ways throughout the school the key Christian belief that every person is of immeasurable worth and belongs.
Why do you think is it a good thing to have a friend?
If you don't have a friend, you won't learn how respect works, and friends teach you that.
As part of its Christian ethos, a Presbyterian school will usually have a chaplain, who is often an ordained Presbyterian minister. The chaplain will regularly lead chapel services and other special services throughout the year.
And of course, it's a story about Jesus. You know that Jesus liked to make up stories.
The Bible is kept front and centre, and space is created for wonder, mystery, and contemplating life's big picture. There will also be Christian or religious education classes, giving students the opportunity to engage with questions of religion, particularly Christianity, and of faith.
Me and Caitlin are going over to Vietnam and Cambodia. We're going to do a service trip. And we're going to build a house, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. Is it in the
There is
holidays,
often
or?
a strong focus on community service as a practical way of showing the care, compassion and concern for justice and reconciliation that lie at the heart of the Christian faith. The chaplain will also be involved in the pastoral care system offered by the school to its student community and staff. Many of our school boards have representatives from the Presbyterian Church. Curriculum, resources and support for chaplains and religious education teachers is provided by the Presbyterian Church Schools Resource Office, which also coordinates the annual Presbyterian Schools Conference. Our schools today operate in a vastly different world from the one in which they were established. The vision, though, remains: a holistic education within a Christian ethos and the Presbyterian tradition. Our Presbyterian schools are vibrant and inclusive places. They offer an education that addresses their students' physical, social, intellectual and spiritual dimensions. They help build character, develop global citizens, and enable our young people to find their place of belonging and purpose in the world.